please have a seat. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the College of the Redwoods Pelican-based Scholars Commencement Ceremony. We're so happy that you were able to join us today. I'd like to introduce you all to Dr. Crystal Morse, Vice President of Student Services, who will lead us in a salute to our flag.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The students, faculty, staff, and administration of the College of the Redwoods, thank you for coming to celebrate with us today. Before we continue, it is important to acknowledge that the land on which we are gathered today is unceded territory of the Tallwa, Wiyot, Hoopa, Karuk, Matol, Walaki, and Yurok people. We honor them and all of the neighboring tribes by our ongoing commitment to developing trusting, reciprocal, and long-lasting partnerships. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you College of the Redwoods President, Superintendent, Dr. Keith Flamer.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here, and it's my honor to be here with you today. I would like to take some time to introduce you to the guests that we have with us today. Vice President for Instruction, Dr. Lisa Gachi. Vice President of Crystal Morris, Vice President of Student Services. Julia Morrison, Vice President for Administrative Services. The person you just met, Roy Johnson, he's the Dean of Del Norte and Scholars Program. And Shauna Burdick, she's the Dean of Nursing and Allied Health. Also with us, Warden Smith, I would like to recognize, and Chief Deputy Warden Bensinger. Associate Wardens Perry, Smith, Berg, Love, and Blythe. And I would also like to recognize our partners in education at the prison, Cal Poly faculty member Dr. Maxwell Scherner.
Up, down, right? Okay. Today we are gathered to recognize and congratulate our newest College of the Redwoods graduates. That's you guys. We'd like to congratulate you on your educational achievements. And, over these last few years, there's been a lot of challenges. And none could have predicted, what some of those would have been or were. And you've worked hard for this day. The resiliency you have demonstrated to get to this point is a testament to the passion and dedication you have for your education. To talk more about this, I would like to invite Assistant Professor Ashley Knowlton to the podium.
Hey. I guess what time? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so very delighted to be here with all of you today. I'm amazed every day at how dedicated and driven our students are. You guys are absolutely phenomenal in your classes, and I'm grateful to be one of your many instructors. Dedication and drive, though, do not bar us from challenges. Often it seems as though varying degrees of struggle is a common experience of students regardless of space and place. Last year, I was presented with an opportunity to listen to a panel of several CR students on the Eureka campus who shared their experiences exploring issues intersecting and impacting their college education. As each student shared their experience and responded to the facilitator's questions, I noticed that each student, at different points along their pathway, needed to put a pause on their education to focus on their other significant life experiences. One student needed to take some time off to focus on employment. Another student needed to put down college and focus on finding stable housing. One student took time off to give birth and tend to her infant. Another student took decades-long breaks, expressing challenges in sober living communities, and then struggled to find reliable transportation to campus. Each student, however, returned to continue their education once their essential life needs were met. There's this narrative that's often perpetuated that suggests that the best and most successful students are the ones who buckle down and stay on track, putting college first over all other priorities or life needs. However, we know that's not only unrealistic, but it's often damaging, as it paints a very narrow image of what a good student looks like. Here in this carceral space, you, of course, experience obstacles that challenge your ability to stay on track and put college first, arguably more so than your non-incarcerated peers. You experience instability, discomfort, trauma, isolation, confinement, sensory deprivation, sensory overload at times. We navigate sporadic, sometimes consistent class cancellations, as well as continuous setbacks in access to reliable technology. Students get sent to ADSEG, students get sent out elsewhere for medical treatment, students get sent to a different yard, students get sent to a different prison entirely. There are an insurmountable array of things in this space that challenge our ability to focus on our academic studies. As a result, many of us need to put school on the back burner for a moment, a day, a week, a semester, maybe a year or two, and perhaps more. Yet I am consistently amazed by everyone's persistence and determination to always return to their coursework in their own time after prioritizing immediate needs or addressing significant life changes. I'm so immensely proud of all of you, we all are, for being able to keep moving forward and navigating incredible challenges that complicate your ability to pursue higher education. You guys are wonderful students that I've had in a lot of my classes. And I'm honored to be a part of your academic experience. Overall, what I'm trying my best to express here is, with support and encouragement, we all get to where we need to go. Some of us end up taking a few detours along the way, and that's all right. Detours are, more often than not, necessary. What matters is that we don't stop moving. Thank you so much for giving me a piece of your time and celebrating your academic journey. Keep moving. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. And now, please let me welcome this year's student speaker, Mr. Jose Contreras. It's right in there, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh boy. Prometí que no me iba a poner nervioso y heme aquí. Mis piernas están temblando. Oh, forgive me. English, right? Duh. I promised myself not to get nervous, and here I am. My legs are shaking. I am happy to be here today, but even happy to see everybody's comfortable waiting for me to sing. Well, today is not about me singing, and trust me, it's for your own good. Today we are celebrating our highest accomplishments in college education. There is so many people that we would like to extend my gratitude to. College educators, my peers, Ms. Eagles, and the staff are working with her, the administration, my family, and my friends. I can say that this has been an easy journey for me. I have to struggle against my own self-confidence because English is not my first language, as you can tell. English is something I learned while I have been incarcerated. I also come from a family who living by farming. And due to poverty or ignorance, education was not a priority. Both of my parents were illiterate, and my father in particular, he didn't care for education at all. He constantly repeatedly that our family was not built for books, but to work the land. Sadly, at an early age, I began to think like him as well. For this reason, I didn't have the opportunity of a proper education. I was 9 years old when, by the time my mom signed me for school, the biggest kid in the room. And after I passed in third grade, I returned to help the family farming because I could not do both. For me, it was one thing or the other. For many years during my incarceration, I carry a careless attitude toward education because I didn't see the point in spending and wasting my time on it. I had 2 AWA sentences, and the judge told me that I was going to die in prison. So why to spend time in books just to die as a smart person in here? I thought. However, around 2016, I became interested in education because regardless if I die in prison or not, I don't want my childhood belief and ignorance to continue dictating my life as well as my future. I want to be a better person, someone that who my family will feel proud of me. I knew that education was one of the tools I will need it. So therefore I set my goal to get the GED. This way decision brought me to obtain my GED in 2018 in this institution. In 2019, thanks to my friend T, he advised me, and I started in college. And 5 years later, here I am, proudly representing College of the Redwoods. College came to give hope to my life, hope for a better future. But also it helped me to realize that the more I learn, the less room I have for negativity. The knowledge that I have gained from college, it allowed me to understand that the more I open myself to education, the more I close the door to crimes. And this, my friend, this is the first step I have taken to start continue being the problem. I see this as the beginning to be a part of the solution to healing. I want to be a productive member of society as a future social worker in the service of others. Also, I am hoping for. Alas, congratulations to my peers. Man, you guys are awesome. I know how hard issue you have worked to be here. Your accomplishment, your education accomplishment, is a proof of your strong characters and determination. Now, I invite you to use wisely what you have learned and your experience, so you make a difference to those who you care for, as well as to your communities. You all remember what Uncle Ben told Spider-Man before he died. With great power, it comes great responsibility. I believe that we do have the responsibility to use this knowledge for the well-being of others. Thank you, College of the Redwood, and thank you, everybody, for having me here today. I am Jose Contreras. I am the first in my family to be graduated, and I'm proud of that. Peace and love to you all. Thank you.
You were supposed to read it from the script, so the pages were in the right places. Instead, he went and memorized it.
I did.
That's wonderful.
Good job.
That's wonderful, Jose.
I'm teasing you.
Okay.
Thank you for that. That's great. Okay. And now it's time for the moment that we've all been waiting for. President Flamer, it is my honor to present to you the College of the Redwoods class of 2024.
Will the graduates please stand? Prior to going forward, Jose, I want to thank you for your words, because your story is the reason why we're here today. So thank you. By the powers vested in me by the state of California and the Board of Trustees of CR, and upon the good recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the associate degrees and certificates that you have earned with all the rights and responsibilities. Congratulations. Introducing you today is a person who you've already seen today, Ashley Knowlton.
All right, I'm back.
Except for the first row.
Yeah, first row, please stand. So I'll take your card, I'll read some cool stuff about you, and then we'll kind of circle around and then go on ahead. Jose Contreras. My plan is to stay on course until I obtain my BA in social work and use my degree to help youth make wise decisions and become part of the solution. I also would like to extend my gratitude to my peers, family, and college staff for their support in my accomplishments.
Oh,
Rodney Garmanian. I plan on furthering my education and knowledge to get my bachelor's degree. I am a business major and would like to be able to continue taking more business classes. I feel that education is something that I was meant to do and learn from. Joe Lopez. I hope to pursue a BA in construction management. I would like to use my education to help my community. I would like to thank my family and friends for their love, support, and encouragement. Stephen Phillips. God willing, I hope to complete my second degree in humanities with College of the Redwoods this next fall semester. I am inspired by my daughter Ashley and the CR faculty. I honor you, William, in all I do. Jermaine Brooks. I plan to further my education when the bachelor's program comes to D facility. Ray Garcia. I plan to complete a bachelor's degree and hopefully a master's degree as well. I wish to pursue a career in oceanography and/or ocean conservation. Andrew Aguirre. I plan on pursuing a bachelor's degree from Cal Poly Humboldt. I want to get a BS in social work and human services. Jacinto Jose Flores. I look forward to continuing my education and achieving my bachelor's degree in social work. I plan on using my degree to give back to my community. Lastly, I would like to thank my family and friends who have supported me during my educational career. Carl Conception. I plan to continue my education. The next step is going for my bachelor's degree. Jeffrey Turnell Young. First and foremost, I would like to thank my wife, family, and friends for their unwavering support and love. However, my main goal after this is to pursue a career in drafting, because I enjoy creating plans and seeing them come to life. I also want to dedicate this degree to Paul, Lisbeth, and Augustine. Marcus Megan. I plan on earning my graduate degrees in the future. I would like to thank everyone who has helped me on this journey. Keon Moya. I plan to pursue a master's degree in electrical engineering. I also plan on investing in rental properties so I can create something for my daughter, Journey, to inherit. Quentin Carlson. I would like to continue my education and get a 4-year degree in business or computer science. David Earl Johnson. I look forward to continuing my education and achieving my bachelor's degree in social work. I plan on using my degree to be an advocate for education over incarceration for juveniles and adults. Lastly, I would like to thank the people who made it happen for the incarcerated to receive a higher education. Thank you. Jaquan Turner. I am excited to earn my degree and thank my family for their support. Thank you. Floyd Wright. This experience has given me a purpose to keep going. I plan on furthering my education and becoming a conflict mediator. I want to thank everyone at College of the Redwoods, especially the instructors, for making this a fulfilling journey for me. Thank you. Dominic Daniel. I plan to transfer to CSU San Francisco to obtain my bachelor's in addiction studies, continue to upgrade in AutoCAD and construction industry, and give back to my community, and continue to exhibit pro-social behavior. Thank you. Joshua Harban. I want to earn my bachelor's in architectural design so I can create affordable housing in rural areas. Lastly, I want to thank everyone who has helped me progress in studies and has been there to support me, especially my mother, sister, Miss Susie, and Miss Robertson. Thank you.
Okay, now would you please stand? Graduates, not the faculty. In the recognition of the degrees that you have just received, please move the tassel of your cap from the right to the left side.
You can have a seat.
Feels good, huh? Nothing over? All right. Before we end today, I'd like to give one final acknowledgement and thanks to some of our other partners. I cannot name everyone who's contributed to the success of this program, nor contributed to the hard work that goes into what we do here every day. But there are a few people who are essential to the success of the program that I'd like to recognize. Principal Cummings, Vice Principal Rexford, post-secondary and continuing education coordinators, our beloved Peskies, Sherian, Good, Wallace, and Fiola. Thank you all for what you do to support the Pelican Bay Scholars Program and our students. Well, graduates, you made it. How's that sound? What does it sound like? Yeah? This is the day for which you've worked so long and hard, and your achievement is truly monumental. And with that, audience, please join me once again and extend a congratulations to these College of the Redwoods Pelican Bay Scholars graduates. Thank you for coming today.